Hello and welcome. You're watching NDTV. I'm Vedant Agarwal. Our lead story, well, in a shock move weeks ahead of the Lok Sabha polls, Election Commissioner Arun Goel has resigned. And well, sources have told NDTV that he cited personal reasons for his resignation. Reactions also coming in. Well, the Congress says that they're not aware of a meeting to appoint the new election commissioner and that they will be apprised of such a meeting soon. That is what K.C. Venugopal, the General Secretary of the Congress, has tweeted as well. But this certainly is a big development because Arun Goel's resignation comes just weeks ahead of the Lok Sabha polls. Our senior colleague Sunil Prabhu is now joining us live. So Sunil sir, of course, this does come as a shock move, his resignation right ahead of the Lok Sabha polls and the likely announcement of the dates soon as well. But give us a bit of a background. He was seen, he was mired in various controversies as well, but now his resignation coming right ahead of the Lok Sabha polls.
Well, as you rightly pointed out, Mr. Arun Goel, who is cited personal reasons in his letter to the president for the resignation to be accepted. The government did try to persuade him not to resign, and efforts were made. They have also made it very clear that he's perfectly well and his health, there's no health grounds. And only Mr. Rajiv Kumar, who's the Chief Election Commissioner, can actually explain the reasons for this resignation. What we have been told by sources, there have been differences on file, there have been differences of opinions. But what has really led to this sudden decision to resign is really something as India's largest democracy. The entire world waits to see how it conducts the election. Both of them have been crisscrossing this country. The last visit that is left is Jammu and Kashmir, as you point out, and where they would have to take a call, an on-ground assessment, whether to do a simultaneous election or not. That's a difficult decision, most likely that they won't do it. But now that the Election Commission is left to a one-man body, it will definitely be a lot of, to and fro, whether that visit will go ahead and whether they will keep to the schedule as envisaged, because there have been earlier cases of the Chief Election Commissioner conducting elections alone. That was the TN session period. In an attempt to clip his wings, the then Prime Minister P.V. Narasimha Rao appointed M.S. Gill as well as G.V.G. Krishnamurti. There was a big legal battle that carried on. The Commission and the Supreme Court had agreed for this entire Commission, three-member body, which became now a norm. We have seen instances of attempts of trying to remove a chief election commissioner. Naveen Chawla was a classic case when Mr. V. Gopal Swamy had sent a letter of recommendation to the president. That was in the run-up to the 2009 election. And at that stage, the then president rejected the letter, and Mr. Naveen Chawla and the entire commission carried on and conducted as a full body. Right. We haven't seen an election commission now down to one-man person. For immediate, the government says that they will start that entire process of appointment of election commissioners because the notification has just happened this evening. There has to be a search committee. The law minister, who's also conducting elections with two other senior officers, have to put a panel of 5. And then the entire panel, that is the Prime Minister, a cabinet minister nominated by him, and then, of course, the leader of opposition, in this case, the leader of the single largest party, Mr. Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, have to be available.
Strong reactions, sir, also coming from the Congress. The K.C. Venugopal, they're saying that this must be explained. But stay on with us for the other big story, your exclusive, where, a team of the Election Commissioner will be visiting Jammu and Kashmir starting Monday. And this is crucial because they will be assessing the ground situation. Simultaneous polls are likely as far as Jammu and Kashmir is concerned. Sunil sir continues to be with us. So, the big takeaway, sir, is that the Lok Sabha dates could also be announced soon after the Jammu and Kashmir visit of the Election Commission.
Well, whatever I say now is there have been such fast changing developments. But yes, if they do go ahead with the visit, which is expected and a requirement, then they will make an on-ground assessment and do it. They have been told that they can technically do a simultaneous elections. Much will depend on the government. Much will depend on the on-ground assessment of the Election Commission to conduct simultaneous elections in J&K.
Of course, as he said, fast changing developments there. This did come as a shock move. Arun Goel's resignation right ahead of the Lok Sabha polls. The Congress saying that Election Commission must explain this, and this is a bid to destroy democracy, with strong reactions coming there as well. But politics is heating up ahead of the likely announcement of dates, and well, the BJP, TDP and Jana Sena have sealed their alliance. JP Nadda announced the alliance, so it's official now. Chandrababu Naidu, who was with the NDA earlier, has now returned to the NDA fold. In fact, Pawan Kalyan and his party Jana Sena has also agreed for an alliance. A joint rally between the TDP and the BJP also likely in Guntur. Well, remember, this is crucial because the BJP is really eyeing Andhra, and this marks a polar shift in the politics of Andhra Pradesh. As per sources, a 6:2 seat sharing deal will be inked soon. Moving now to the other big headline, well, the Prime Minister's whirlwind Northeast tour, after which he ended the day with Varanasi, his own constituency. He held a roadshow there in Varanasi, and he also had a Kashi Vishwanath Darshan there with Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath. So there you can see quite a power-packed day for the Prime Minister, starting with Kaziranga, then to Siliguri in West Bengal, also in Arunachal, where he inaugurated a strategic tunnel as well. So that was crucial. After which he went to Varanasi, his own constituency. There you can see the Prime Minister at the Kashi Vishwanath temple with Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath. Ranveer, our senior colleague, is now joining us live on the phone line. So Ranveer, the Prime Minister ending his power-packed day with Varanasi, what all is planned in his constituency?
Prime Minister Modi is in Varanasi, and this is probably be the last visit of Varanasi before announcement of the dates of the general elections. So Prime Minister is in his constituency. He visited Kashi Vishwanath Mandir, offered prayer at Baba Vishwanath, and then there was a roadshow, a kind of roadshow you can say, because PM was in his car and supporters and the workers of Bharatiya Janata Party, they were on the roads or streets of Varanasi, and they praised Narendra Modi's visit as after announcement of name of PM Modi as a candidate of Varanasi for the third time. So people of the voters of the Varanasi and the BJP workers, they both are excited, and they were on the streets of Varanasi. So Prime Minister on a visit, on a transit visit you can say, because PM has visited Varanasi today, and tomorrow he will be in Azamgarh to inaugurate 5 airports in UP. So this may be the last visit, and PM before announcement of dates of the general election, he is in Varanasi. So this is a message to the voters of Varanasi that PM will contest from Varanasi for the third time, and BJP has set a target of winning 80 seats, all 80 seats in UP. So this can be said to be the beginning of election campaign of Prime Minister Modi from his constituency.
Right, Ranveer, thanks very much for joining us with all those details. The Prime Minister in his constituency after Kashi Vishwanath Darshan. A lot is planned on Sunday as well. With that, we'll take a short break, but news continues on the other side. Welcome back. Let's get your exclusive with Justice Pratiba M. Singh of the Delhi High Court. My colleague Ashish Bhargav spoke to her about the patent law and also her upcoming book. Take a look.
We are joined by Justice Pratiba M. Singh, who is a judge of Delhi High Court, and she has written a book on patent law. Ma'am, many congratulations for writing a book.
Thank you so much.
Ma'am, this is very different issue, common man. As a layman, how can this patent law and your book will affect to a common man?
Patent law will have a big effect on the common man because everything that we use on a daily basis is covered by patents. Whether it is phones, whether it is medicines, whether it is technology, computers, everything is covered by patents. We don't realize it, but it is all governed by patent law, and therefore every common man is affected by these gadgets and by medicines and by mechanical inventions, and therefore I feel that there is a big need to understand patent law.
Ma'am, you are also sitting judge. You have to do many judicial works.
Yes.
So how difficult it was for you to write a book? So means volume, so big volumes, many pages, thousands of pages. How you manage it?
It was very difficult. I started when I was a lawyer in 2015. I signed the agreement. Till 2017, I wrote a few chapters. But after that, I could not write for 3-4 years. It is only in the COVID-19 lockdowns that I was able to write.
Ma'am, you have touched very interesting point, artificial intelligence.
Yes.
If there is some innovation by artificial intelligence, so does it get a patent or not? Very interesting, because there is no law in India. There is only one.
There is no law in the whole world actually for whether artificial intelligence should get a patent, because in patent law, why it started was because we wanted to give innovation of the human mind a prize or a encouragement. But now if the computer is inventing, should we give patents or not? If computer writes a music, if computer writes a book, should we give a patent or not? These are, or copyright or not? These are very complex questions and we don't realize it now, but as we move forward, as India wants to aspire to become a developed economy, I think these questions will come up.
And some lawyer someday, if in your court refer this book, so what will happen to you?
I have written it in the book itself that if you refer to it, I may or may not agree with it.
So quite fascinating there. But moving now, several students living in Greater Noida were rushed to a hospital after complaining of food poisoning. They allege that they fell unwell after eating food served at their hostel. Students are out of danger as we speak, but they have been kept under observation. Food safety officials also visited the hostel earlier, and they took food samples to probe as well. Few parents and guardians of students have said that they were not informed about children getting hospitalized. Take a look.
We are present here in one of the hospitals where the children are admitted here. I'll go across to one of the patients here. पहले तो आप हमें ये बताइए कि आपका नाम क्या है?
मेरा नाम आकाश यादव है।
क्या हुआ था कल, कैसे आप बीमार पड़े?
आपको तो महाशिवरात्रि का व्रत रखा हम लोगों ने सबने, तो हम रात को वही फलार खाने का था, तो उस पर उन्होंने साबूदाने का खीर मिलता है और तो हमने खाया। उसका 1 घंटे बाद सबको अचानक बॉडी में शिफ्टिंग होना स्टार्ट हुआ, चक्कर आने लग गया और उल्टी हो रहा था। उसकी वजह से बहुत तबीयत ख़राब हो गया, फिर एडमिट कराया यहाँ पे। उसके बाद अब थोड़ा आराम है, लेकिन अभी भी बॉडी शिवरिंग कर रहा है बहुत ज़्यादा। और फूड पॉइजनिंग बता रहे हैं, कुछ डाल दिया उनमें, कुछ हो गया शायद।
आपका नाम क्या है?
सक्षम स्वर्णव।
आप अभी आर्यन रेसिडेंसी के ही?
यस।
क्या हुआ था कल, कैसे आप बीमार पड़े?
कल क्या हुआ था, रात वो फलाहार था, वो शिवरात्रि मैंने करा था, तो उसी का मैंने फल खाया, तो उसमें उन्होंने पानी फल की पूड़ी बनाई थी और आलू की सब्जी और साबूदाने की खीर, तो उसी खाने से हुई है। लगभग 11 बजे मुझे बहुत तेज चक्कर आने लगा, फिर मैं थोड़ा खुद को कंट्रोल किया, पानी वगैरह पिया, लेकिन वो ठीक नहीं हुआ, तो मैं हॉस्पिटल आ गया और अभी शिवरिंग हो रही है मुझ में।
ये जो पूरा मामला है, अगर आप हमें बता सके, क्योंकि आपकी भी जो टीम है वो यहाँ पर पहुंची थी हॉस्टल में, यहाँ पे स्पॉट इन्वेस्टिगेशन करने में, क्या पाया गया है सर, क्या डायरेक्शंस दिए गए हैं इस इंसिडेंट के बाद?
देखिए, जैसे ये घटना संज्ञान में आई है, हमारी पूरी टीम वहाँ पहुंची थी। उन्होंने सब एक व्यक्ति का, बच्चों का जायजा लिया। हालांकि बच्चे सब खतरे से बाहर हैं, लेकिन ये फूड पॉइजनिंग का प्राइमा फेसाई मामला था, तो हम लोग ये ट्रैक कर रहे हैं कि ये सप्लाई कहाँ से हुई थी, जो भी फूड आइटम था वो कहाँ से सप्लाई हुआ था, और जहाँ सप्लाई हुई थी वहाँ पे हमारी टीम जाएगी और जाके उसको चेक करेगी, और इसमें दुकानदार या जो भी सप्लायर होगा उसकी गलती मिलती है तो उसके खिलाफ हम लोग कार्रवाई करेंगे। इसके साथ ही साथ आगे
सर, क्या ये पता चल पाया है कि कितने बच्चे थे जो इसके कारण बीमार पड़े थे?
अब ये पूरी रिपोर्ट अभी आ रही है, लेकिन कम से कम जो वहाँ पे हॉस्टल में लगभग 40 से ज्यादा बच्चे थे जो एक हॉस्पिटल में गए थे।
Actually, we have nearly more than 45 to 50 students, and nearly 80% are stable. Still 20% needs to have to monitor, and rest 80% also need a monitoring for next 24 hours.
So all of them will be discharged after 24 hours?
Need at least from tomorrow, at least for tomorrow afternoon.
district administration has now given directions for inspection in other hostels as well. But concerns are once again being raised over the food safety protocols that is being followed by hostels all across. Now in Greater Noida with camera person Gauri Prasad, this is Ishika Verma for NDTV.
So pretty concerning there. But moving now to international news, well, the US has proposed a bill to ban TikTok. Now remember, TikTok has a huge consumer base as far as the US is concerned. It has 150 million users. What are going to be its ramifications? Take a look at this report.
Bitter rivals seem to have come to a consensus. Democrats and Republicans both want to ban TikTok from the US. US President Joe Biden gave his approval to sign the proposed bill to ban TikTok unless they sever ties with the parent company ByteDance.
Mr. President, do you still support banning TikTok? Would you sign that bill?
If they pass it, I'll sign it.
Republicans agree on the security threat the app poses, even as they step up criticism against Biden.
China is buying up our farmland, spying on our military installations, and spreading propaganda through the likes of TikTok. You see, the CCP knows that if it conquers the minds of our next generation, it conquers America. Right now, our commander-in-chief is not in command. The free world deserves better than a dithering and diminished leader.
US senators recently held a hearing against TikTok CEO. TikTok has been accused of exploiting children, and the FBI director says the app is a tool for the Chinese government. Many other countries have banned TikTok, with the most prominent being India. India banned the app following a border standoff with China, citing concerns of privacy and security.
The bill to ban TikTok is gathering momentum in the US. The app has 150 million users in America who use it as a platform to create content and grow businesses. Now it looks likely those users will have to look for an alternative as TikTok faces global crackdowns. Reporting from New Delhi, Karthikeya Bhattacharya, NDTV.
So well, there are many controversies surrounding TikTok, and this move comes amid allegations of propaganda in the US. That's all the time that we have on the show. From all of us here, goodbye.